reconsidering my options at this point now, because this is probably the worst bit of weather we've had in the flights. Hey guys, and welcome back to FSX FS Passengers. So, you guys have voted. We are flying to the US for the next couple of weeks in the series, meaning that we'll now head to the west, and then fly towards... Fast forward, fly to the Faroe Islands, before we head to Iceland, cut across to Canada, and then back down south to the US. The next couple of weeks could be some fairly long episodes in this, but the Drawyah DO228 does have the range. I've been checking this stuff out in the background over the last couple of days, so yeah. We'll set up the aircraft and get ourselves ready to go. But quick look at the flight plan. So we are here down in Echo Golf Papa Whiskey. We are flying all the way to Echo Kilo Victor G. Yes, it is Victor Golf. So we'll set up FS Passengers, set the flights up. So don't expect too much traffic here, although we are now starting to head towards the like, what's it? The path you take when you fly to the US through Scotland. I forget the name of the technical term for it. Someone have to remind me, but yeah. Set up the aircraft and we'll get ourselves ready to go. So FS Passengers, start flights. We set up parking brakes. So 9 passengers aboard. We will put them all on board. Fill it up with cargo. Right, fuel. This is something I've been looking at. Technically, we could do this flight in a third of the tank. So 33% technically. But I'm going to normally, rather than go to 40%, I'm going to go up to about 55% for today, as we do need the extra fuel, but the range should be alright, because the range in this aircraft is about 11,000 kilometers, and to Vega from Unst it's about 330, so yeah, I'll keep it about 55. It's a bit of a heavier aircraft than we normally have. Here are our passengers heading to Cross Islands, and while not fully transatlantic, we may get our first technical kind of like, hang on, VK, hang on, what was the ICO code? EKVG, so it's Norwegian airports, as the Faroe Islands are owned by the Norwegians. Hang on, flight time sales will be quite long as well. Briefing, flight time 51 minutes, it's about another 15 to that, 1 hour 5, so yeah, fairly long flight today, or a very long episode, so do be prepared for that. Otherwise, they go Echo Golf Victor Golf to Vega Faroe Islands. Set destination. We'll load immediately. Go for the usual 90, 95, 105. We will start flights, and then yeah, I guess prepare ourselves for this ridiculous flight we're now going to put ourselves on. So load up V pilot. Check the flight number quickly as well. So we are Delta Alpha 605. V pilot, yeah, go ahead. Alright, so connect. Delta Alpha 605, connect. There we go. And yeah, so the aircraft then get ourselves ready to go. So battery on, generators on, lighting, anti-collision strobes, navigation, logo, landing lights not just yet. Interior lighting on, keep it on full. Daylights, seatbelt no smoking on. Don't know if we'll take the seatbelt signs off. Really depends if the if the turbulence over the sea will be quite high or not, because we're going to climb to 9,500 feet today, so a lot higher than what we're normally going to. Anyways, make sure everything is set up, because well, I do need to focus on this checklist, because if I mess something up, it could cause disaster for this company. So engine 2 enrich. And there we go. Yeah, still a bit of a delay in engine 2. Alright, do be careful on the aircraft start rolling like it sometimes does. Trying to limit this engine as much as I can, because if we start rolling, we'll be on the parking brakes again. Right, finger on the brakes, engine limiter on once it starts up. There we go. Right, on the brakes, on the brakes, on the brakes. It's fine. Right, Right, keeping your finger on the brakes, we'll now go through the rest of the stuff. So, GPS on, power on, accepts that. So, yes, basically direct flight path. Got the Alpha Bravo 27 waypoints and the Charlie Lima 31 waypoints. They're at 9,000 feet, so we'll increase that. And yeah, we'll soon be ready to taxi to runway. So a bit of a heavier aircraft than we're normally flying, but again, we're carrying the extra fuel to get across. Right, so it's 122.8 on the 128 on the thing, on the comms 1. There we go. Toggle that. Engine still full power. No, engine 1 has calmed down. Engine 2, engine 2's calmed down. Engine 1's still a bit high, however. I may also close my window in just a moment, just in case, but we'll see what happens. Alright, put parking brake on now because only one engine's producing power, which is fine. Otherwise, yeah, fire directs are on, yaw dampener on, flaps down to 2, and no, I want GPS, which is here. Right, aircraft's ready to go. Just wait for engine 1 to power down, and then we'll announce that we are ready to taxi to runway. Seatbelt sign on. We have got 2 centres actually. Whereabouts are you guys located? You are Reykjavik Control in Iceland. You are Eurocontrol North in Norway. Right, hang on. Bear with me a second. Engine 1 has also come down, that's fine. Yes, so it may happen. So we are currently, hang on. So we're currently here, you can't see my mouse, but we're on the right at the Shetland Islands. Though we do have a tower at Vega. So it's actually Denmark, sorry. It's Danish, not Norwegian. Mistaken there. But yes, Reykjavik Centre does in fact control Vega. So we may have tower contacts during this flight. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. So, otherwise, let me file a flight plan, as we are now going to need to do this. So, we are flying, hang on, bring that up. Alright, so we are at EGPW. Normally I do this, like, through the actual, like, built-in system or through, SimBrief, but doesn't matter too much. No what's on the airports. Departure time, it's currently 12 o'clock right now in the UK. So, again, you can see 11 Zulu, 12 local, so if you go 11:05, time en route, it's 0:50. Fuel available, it's about 1 hour 40 I've got on board. Cruising speed is 250. Cruising altitude is 9,000. Route, so we are taking AB27 CL31. No remarks. Actually, call sign. Do I want call sign Drawyah, or should I just leave it as Delta Alpha? Because I know people have, in the past have been telling me that Delta Alpha is not a call sign because it's meant to use the 3 letters as opposed to 2, but keeping it anyway. I think we'll keep it that for now. Send and receive, file flight plan. There we go. Otherwise, we should now be ready to go. So, yes, park brake off, increase the throttle. Let's announce that we are taxiing. Actually, yeah, we announce that we are taxiing to runway. Whoops, taxiing. Hang on, plane's rolling again. Taxiing to runway. Which one are we departing from? Which one would be better for us? Go to briefing. Doesn't tell me. 30. 30 Echo Golf. Hang on, I should remember this by now. Papa Whiskey. Papa Whiskey. Departing. Introduce for later. Runway 30 Echo Golf Papa Whiskey. We'll then post that in just after we get to the runway. So flap set. Turn on the taxi lights. Turn the aircraft around and let's head out of Unst. So leaving the UK again, heading up north to the Faroe Islands. and out of the UK for quite possibly a little while, depending on how long we'll be out again. I mean, I don't think this aircraft's capable of going transatlantic, 1,100 kilometers. So we'll have to see how that works for us. Don't think we'll need to backtrack. I think this is a... Actually, now backtrack a bit. Is this a fairly adequate runway for a Drawyah D828? I mean, it's a stalled aircraft, short takeoff and landing. Yeah, it's fairly adequate. Right, so tab out, enter, tab back in again. Let's just take it to the left a little bit then, bring it around. Otherwise, waiting on the co-pilot's call-outs. Landing lights on. And there we go, full throttle. Let's go. If we run out of runway, can rotate early, they should be fine. V1. Rotates. So just about in time. Right, gear up.
Gear up.
Wait for the V2. V2. Increase the flaps. Start proceeding to deal with my autopilot. So, autopilot on, nav on, altitude select, climbing 1,000 feet per minute at this time. Otherwise, let go of controls. Make sure, yeah, that's fine. Navigation set. Make sure we don't hit that hill. Bit of turbulence, that's fine. Passengers will react to that. Otherwise, there we go. Now leaving airport behind us, so shouldn't be too bad a flight. Like I said, turbulence is a bit much. Hang on, let me show the actual weather reports from here. Go for weather request. Current active weather right now. So yeah, winds 15 knots, 254, which is enough for this aircraft. Utility aircraft, short takeoff and landing should be alright. Visibility's clear, that's fine. Few overcast clouds at 2,500, so we're at 900 feet away from that. No rain, otherwise not too bad. Currently out of Unst. Coming into Vega, however, visibility's still clear, but yeah, wind's slightly weaker than currents. Broken clouds, lower altitudes, so keeping an eye out that for a lot longer. Although scenery at Vega's not too bad either. I mean, that's something I had a quick look at, because I couldn't get VFR scenery for it, because the Google Maps and both, yeah, Bing Maps didn't have any data for it. Google Maps just put like 3 or 4 different quality levels into it. It didn't look nice at all, so yeah, the airport doesn't look half bad. Should make the approach quite interesting. It does have an ILS, not ILS, right, oh yeah, it has an ILS tip, but again, not sure if I'm going to use it. We'll see what happens during the flight. Engine limits actually come off now. Once we reach 9,000 feet, I will then pull back the mixture to cruise. Increase that to 1,500 to get a bit higher, because I do want to try and get through this cloud layer as soon as I can. There we go, I've now entered it. Also have a cookie dough milkshake on me just for the sake of it. Right, so we are now in turbulence. Actually, adrenaline's going to be quite high. It would probably stay quite high for the majority of the flight. I mean, in reality, you'd wait for like the perfect state to just kind of like fly, even like on boats as well. You'd wait for the good weather to match. Although, can't so much be done like in this kind of thing, because we're flying over the North Sea now, so weather in this part of the world can be quite tough for any aircraft. You can see the cloud effect going into action where the aircraft like disappears and fades out. It works on the wing view as well, so quick go to passenger view. Even on the end of the wing, sometimes it just like fades in, fades out. Just like a bit of extra breathers and active sky to the simulator. Quite nice to add on that. I like active sky, probably one of my favourites on here. Bear in mind, also giving you the briefing and everything I need as well. So yeah, 54 minutes to arrival, about 50 minutes into the episode. So like I said, it'll be a very long one this, but you guys asked for it, so we're now going to do it. Fingers crossed, profit in this flight will be half decent as well. Bear in mind it's such a long flight, such a long distance. I wonder how much money you could earn doing a full distance flight in this, the full like 1,000 kilometer flight. Anyways, so we're coming out of the cloud level soon. Starting to break a bit here. Turbulence shouldn't be too bad either. Comes to 5,500. Yeah, I'll keep the seatbelt sign on for probably the entire flight. There's probably no need to take off right now. Otherwise, yeah, just enjoying the flight. Again, another thing about this aircraft, I just love the big window to get on the Drawyah 228 on the left and right side, just looking down at everything below. In terms of visibility and visuals, the Drawyah 228 isn't half bad in terms of looking out. You've basically got any surface covered. You see behind you can't see the ring down the plane, but like to your left side, right side, all of that. It's like the only kind of blind spot is that really, but yeah, anywhere else looking around, not too bad. There we go, a few more clouds going to fly through, so quite cloudy weather. Shouldn't be too bad in terms of winds and turbulence. I mean, I was going to do this flight yesterday, like get it a bit earlier done, but I believe the weather yesterday was horrible. It was like raining, winds, not the nicest to fly through, so yeah, so let's leave it for today. Passing through 7,300. Keeping on the fuel flow and fuel. RPM is fine. Oh yes, engine failure is another thing. There you go, there's your fuel quantity for those interested. Probably should have resized that fuel consumed, but otherwise it should be alright. Yeah, put my mass over that gives you a more accurate number. There you go, 11.65 times 100. But yes, right engine, please don't fail on me now. If I have a failure in this flight, any sort of failure, engine failure, bird strike, it's not going to end nicely for me or the aircraft. I mean, ditching a DO228. Like when I first got this aircraft for the review flighting.com, I decided to do like a little mess around. So what you mess around the aircraft, you're going to see what it can do, what it can't do. So yeah, load up FS passengers had a bit of fun with that when I was like testing the aircraft before I started reviewing it, and well, for a bit of fun, decided to ditch it. Actually isn't half bad, so if I had to ditch it, I probably could just about. But I go count to 9,000 feet now. Let's bring back. Alright, I didn't actually do it. Fair enough. Alright. Keep on cruise, probably should put down high then during climbing. That's probably wise a bit. Low power than that. Means the engine's not running at full efficiency either, which could have we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Go to the map quickly. So yeah, just reached top of climb now, basically bang on 27 seconds. And yeah, just have to sit back, enjoy the flight for about an hour. This will be fun. Like I said, it could be like this for the next couple of weeks as we are going to fly Shetland Islands, Faroe Islands, Iceland, Canada, then the US. And yeah, bear in mind we're a European-based airline. No one in America has heard of Drawyah Airlines, so if there's like a... I mean, no one in the UK has heard of Drawyah Airlines either. It's basically just an airline which has 2 aircraft in its fleet, or 3 aircraft now, 2 Moonies and a Drawyah. Small airline, barely anyone's flown on. I think we've carried like, what was it, 300 passengers, 400 passengers in our total. So yeah, small airline no one's ever heard of. Maybe like 5 or 6 people may know about it in the UK. Come to the US, come to like the areas in Iceland as well, like small population no one's heard of. When we went to the islands up north in the north of the UK, we were pretty like a godsend for these people. Like, oh look, we have an airline that can actually fly us somewhere. And then, yeah, I've just left them behind within 5 or 6 weeks after destroying a runway and nearly clipping a few houses in the process. So yeah, not the nicest experience back there, eh? Right, so basically now waiting for the message to put appear saying, tower requests you to connect to them, please do. I'm going to load up that Tastic on my phone now. See what that's got for me. Let's go with Vataware. Actually, Vataware runs a bit nicer on the phone. So there we are, heading north towards Iceland. Oh, hang on, move the camera, there we go. Right, tap on my plane. There you go, pilot me. Speed 182 knots, altitude 9179. Altimeter stopping sets. That's fine. Aircraft D228, operator unknown. Latitude 60, 51, 37. Longitude. That's things away. Route AB27, CL31. Delta Alpha 605. Yeah, I think Vataware's pretty much like go-to map for flight sim. I mean, fair enough, you've got stuff like Vatastic. Who's the other one? Vatsim map. Vataware. Sorry, Vataware. Vatsim map and that map as well, the other one that some people use, but I prefer Vataware myself. Otherwise, I'm not going to lie, turbulence isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought we'd be shaking around a bit more than we are right now. I think we just got lucky, we're in a bit of a weather break at the moment. I could potentially not see that sign as well, but I think out of safety for passengers, I'm not going to. I mean, let's go test your passenger view as we sometimes do. Last week I almost forgot it until like final approach, but yeah, it's just at the centre. Bring it back a bit, bring it up a bit. There we go. Bring it back a bit more, bring it up a bit more. There we go. So yeah, it's looking down. It's just clouds there. And the other guy's gonna have clouds as well. What more is there to look at, really? At this point you are just sitting in this caravan of a plane, this box of a plane, just hoping you get down soon in one piece. Go for flyby. I don't like my flyby view. Like I said, absolutely adore the joining DO228. A few you guys have asked me to get rid of it after the engine failure saga, the top heavy instability of it, just all that. Some people have told me to get rid of it, but no, it's not going to happen. I love this aircraft too much. I'm willing to give it as many chances as it needs before I'm like, okay, this is horrible. So yeah, enjoy the flying so far right now. And also currently thinking about like I did with the Mooney, so like, the Mooney is still fairly brand new, and I was thinking about what upgrade I go for next. Still thinking, do I go for a CRJ next and keep this for a few more hours, or do I go for something else, then a CRJ in the C6, C7 and levels? What do you guys say? Should I wait out for like an extra 15 hours for a CRJ, or do I spend the money and see what happens at C6 with anything bigger? I'm not too sure what aircraft really is worth it at C6. I mean, talked about this last week. Let me get the this up again. There we go. Aircraft price and rank browser. So we are C4 flying the Carinada DO228. C6. I mean, fair enough. We got the virtual cost CRJ, but as I said, I'd rather fly the Aerosoft 1. So that and that. I mean, I've got the Premier 390, that's a private jet. So they're getting more private jets. T-45, that's a fighter jet. Training fighter jet, sorry. There you go, with the default Bombardier, not going to happen. Gulfstream, so yeah, it's mainly just private jets, C6. Or fighter jets. Nothing that major, unless... No, I really don't know, so I don't think there's like a... that's more like a, yeah, Learjet size passenger, that's like a CRJ 100 and 200, not going to happen, let me tell you. So, really, I'm just trying to think about what is worth flying at C6, and is there like any add-ons you guys recommend? Like, like, freeway or payway, I might buy it, might get it, we'll see what happens. Like, even the Dash 8, like, for C4, Dash 8 in there, so if I had the Majestic Q400, it might have made a C4, if not C6, but as I said, I'm quite happy with the Drawyah DO228s. Price-wise, much more expensive as well. Quite happy with the DO228s. I've got the Mooney Bravo. I've got the Mooney M20J. Maybe I'll buy the Alabeo Mooney and just buy it for the sake of it, complete the set of Moonies. But nah, I'm quite happy with my current fleet at the moment, and we'll see what happens in the future we get. Likewise, if I do want to fly in the UK again, because technically the Mooney's still there. Technically, it's still in oh, what did we buy? It wasn't Plymouth, was it? Where we bought the DO228. I'm trying to think where we left it behind. Because that technically is still there for me to take. If I need it. Again, we'll see what happens. We'll leave it for the future. And if you guys have any like recommendations, anything you want to talk about, just feel free to stick in the chat or in the comments or something, and I'll happily read about it. Happy to talk to you guys. Again, read what you guys want in this series. Check the Faroe Islands still has tower, or if he's disconnected. I mean, I'm the only aircraft landing there. There was 2 departures, as you guys saw. I'm the only one that's actually arriving. So if we go to Drawyah, oh, hang on, let me go to fantastic. So if we go for I Explore, and if we go to close that. Fantastic. Right, is he still there? The answer is yes, he is, and we have just entered his airspace technically. So, right, keep an eye out for that when he requests us to connect to him. If he requests us to connect to him, that is. If he doesn't, then we'll come into land, no problem. In terms of flying, we're not even halfway there yet. Still got a little bit left to go. Who are you? You're an A321 UKV. Who are you? Too far away for us to actually spot, but I can watch you from here. So you're heading towards Scotland. Yeah, arrival time. Estimated arrival time 38 minutes. Planned arrival 39 minutes. Yeah, basically bang on. The only thing I need to worry about is fuel, but like I said, I tested fuel just before this, and if I look at fuel numbers now, yeah, that's perfect, that's plenty of fuel. And based on this, the flight to, do I go Reykjavik or Keflavik? I'll decide that next week, but flights there is basically about the same distance as well. I think it's is it a little bit further or a little bit closer? One or two. Faroe Islands, yeah, it's a little bit further away. So next week's episode is going to be even longer. Be prepared. It was a bit more longer away actually. About 1.5 for today, so 1 hour and a half next week. We're flying great. And from Iceland I need to then cut across to Greenland. Yeah, we got a fair few weeks left before we actually reach the US, so stay tuned for that. I think maybe like another month till we get there in terms of weekly series. Another month, maybe a month and a half. Yes, today and next week will both be very long flights. And from Iceland to Greenland, depending on what airports are there, maybe a little bit shorter. Write some notes down quickly for what I'm doing after. This is a receipt for savoury selects. I'm not sure when I bought this, but hang on, dates. 1st of July. It's been rolling on holiday. Don't remember what I bought, but just scrap them. So yeah, like I said, passenger ending is going to be a bit 50-50 during this flight, so it really depends on what turbulence is like. Otherwise, yeah, majority of this will just be flying now to Faroe Islands. Now, I don't think anyone's gonna, yeah, no one's going to watch this episode at this point. I could say whatever I want, show whatever I want, no one's watching this. Best case scenario, someone watch takeoff, skip maybe like 1 or 2 moments in cruise, and then watch the landing. If you're watching the whole episode, then thank you, kudos to you. Sure, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments if you're watching this right now. Go ahead, guys. Make me proud. Make me happy. Make my day. If someone's actually watching this hour-long episode in its entirety, and if you're going to watch next week, hour-and-a-half-long episode. Well, actually, no, it's quite fun. I do enjoy this. Yeah, Drawyah DO228 in its elements, basically flying in the island hopping. That's essentially what it is. That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said before. It's in its elements, and like I said, we almost crashed twice, and actually did crash a 3rd time. So, now leaving its elements, I hope, and just flying its casual kind of routes. But like I said, at the end of the day, as long as we get decent profit from this, I'm quite happy. Because profit in this game is based on how many passengers you get, what distance you fly, what your ticket pricing is set to, and how much aircraft in your fleet. So this was done back in the very first episode. If I go to company manager, price setting, so there you go. We are currently just a economy airline at the moment, so we don't have any other seats. Ticket pricing, there you go, so 259 per ticket, 39, probably should adjust that actually at some point, we'll see what happens, or maybe I'll do it between episodes or something, but yeah, don't have any food, don't have any drinks, don't have any music, it's just an aircraft until we get something with a flight attendant in it. Some milkshake. Sad day. Oh well. Still got so long to go. I mean, if I was doing this as a live stream, I probably should have done this as a live stream actually. I mean, yeah, I should have done this as a live stream, but at the end of the day, I can always talk to myself, can I? Centre has not asked me to contact them, so we may not have to talk to them, which is fine. Landlights are set, because they are turned off for me. Just make sure everything's alright, really. Fuel quantity is fine. We are soon coming up to halfway through the flight. So halfway is about... Okay, I can't see my mouse again, so you won't know what I'm talking about. About where the top left corner is, that's about halfway. So we are maybe a further way on the flight. Yeah, about a further way into the flights. ETA is now at 33 minutes, so bang on time. We're actually maybe a bit late. We could potentially be a bit late. We're going through turbulence now, so keeping on the stress. If I wanted to keep on G's as well, I can do that. So plus 1G, passengers won't feel anything. Worst case scenario, we go through like major turbulence, which causes a few issues on the flight, but shouldn't happen for me. I went to 0.9 for a moment there. There you go, for a bit of turbulence. 1.1, 0.9. It's not bouncing anything more than that. So yeah, our passengers will be alright for this. $393 flights now active on that sim at this moment in time. Although still waiting if Tower are going to contact me or not. Centre as we come into land at the Faroe. Here we go. 119.7. Nope, don't turn it. Nope, don't turn it off. Hang on. There you go. 119.7. Delta Alpha 605 is with you at 9,000.
Delta Alpha 605, reconnect control, good morning, Squawk 2152.
Squawk 2452 for Delta Alpha 605. 2452, I believe he said. His microphone glitched out a bit there. He hasn't said it otherwise, so... Hang on, where is this done? The Drawyah DO228. There you go. 2, 4, 5, 2. Turn it on. There we go.
Delta 605 identified, flight level 90. You're cleared to enter the rate control area, altitude at 9,000 feet.
Cleared at 9,000 feet for Delta Alpha 605. Right, so we have been cleared. And we're basically going to be on our I can't speak today. On our own control for the flight. Make sure it doesn't have anything else to say. Knows we should be alright. There we go. Right, so if I wanted to leave before, cannot do it now, but it should be alright. We are. It's raining. It has now started raining, so. Do we have ATIS? Hang on. Do we have ATIS? No, we don't. I could connect to ATIS on the active sky, then leaving this frequency, which I don't think he'd appreciate, so I'll just go for the normal weather request then. A16 weather request. Current active weather. Visibility is 10 plus. 16 knot winds. So yeah, as long as wind speed's calm, rain is fine, light rain, that's fine. As long as the wind speed is down, that's the big factor that could end this flying disaster. Plan arrival 29 minutes, plan arrival 29 minutes, so I'll probably check my fuel levels. That's fine. If I increase this tiny bit, at 80%, increase the speed of flight a bit. Minor turbulence, that's fine. Again, this just like this aircraft can easily handle, it's not the worst. Once winds start reaching about, I think it's about 30, 45 nautical miles, around there, that's when we start reaching this aircraft's limitations, which could spell disaster for us. And I needed to, I could still technically go back and land in the Shetlands. We've got plenty of fuel for that. Because we're not even halfway yet, so we still have plenty of fuel for a return journey if need be. But we'll leave it out for now. There you go, so you're actually coming up to halfway any moment now. Yeah, weather isn't the nicest over at landing. Wind speeds 13 knots, 15 to 14. Yeah, so it's about average winds. Downside just being visibility is now at 5 nautical miles. Briefing, any runways? 30 for us at the moment, and tower state otherwise. G's like staying around 9, yeah, staying around 0.9 to 1.1. May reach 1.2 maybe once in a while, but it's just average turbulence again. Once, ooh, okay, yeah, saw a 0.7 in there. Okay, I'm going to maybe request descent. Worth requesting descent? Because the last thing I want is this aircraft to overstress and crash. I'm thinking 7,000. What's the current cloud altitude at 7,000 like? Weather request. Current active weather. 16 knots. Broken at 4,000. Okay, so 7,000 is not going to help me. At 13,000, so if I was going to descend, I'd have to descend to 4,000, which is a bit low for me. That's what I want in this. So we'll keep its current altitude and soldier on, and just hope that our aircraft doesn't have any issues. I'm keeping a close, like I said, I'm keeping a very close eye now on the weather, keeping a close eye on the winds. Adding, let's say, speed warning quickly. That's fine. Throttle back a bit. Well, in reality, probably won't actually keep it. Actually, not speeding up too. Hang on, no, I have to bring up the throttle. Reconsidering my options at this point now, because this is probably the worst bit of weather we've had in the flight. And once again, not whether I want to keep myself in. Probably want to get out of this one. Active sky, map, cloud cover. Yes, just going to be like that, isn't it? Clouds throughout the entire flight. A few minor gaps here and there, but otherwise, going to stay about this for the rest of the flight. So yeah, we're now just past halfway. Arrival 25 minutes, 25 minutes. So it's looking fine for me at this aspect. Up, we have climbed to 910, sorry. If I was at 910 in this, I'd have an issue, wouldn't I? Okay, aircraft now descending back down, stabilising some weather, altitude. would be a good time to tell passengers, like, stay calm, it's just a bit of turbulence, nothing too major. The aircraft's basically built to withstand this. Because it technically is, the 0228. It's built to withstand most weather conditions, although once you hit its limits, then you really start thinking about other options than that earlier. That's a fine note. As it stands, I mean, you've got plenty of fuel. Flight's not too bad. Hang on, we'll zoom out on the map a bit. There you go, so you got about, what's the zoom level on this? 72 nautical miles. Less than, yeah, about 70 nautical miles till we arrive. Apparently we did stay level at 7,000 feet for a few moments before carrying our climb to 9,000. Actually, apparently we're at 10,000 according to VATAware, so hang on, 9190. Yeah, it's just fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, heading staying quite stable, so started off, yeah, it's around 191289, around that. Hang on, no, sorry.
05, this is the cargo information at time 1120 Zulu. Read back the QNH and preferred runway only. Surface wind 270 degrees at 13 knots. Visibility 9 kilometers. Broken clouds at 1,000 feet. Temperature +11. Dew point +10. QNH 1015. And preferred runway is runway 30.
Roger that, Delta Alpha 605, QNH 1015, preferred runway 30. Right, so...
Delta Alpha 605, correct. No traffic reported in the Faroe Islands. Report final, runway 30.
Right, so basically just got the weather information at Vega. No traffic reported. And preferred runway 30, so that's good for me. So if we go to active sky, go to briefing. 1103.
Lufthansa
103 305.
Good morning, confirm MAC
11, hang on. I want to select. Nope.
Lufthansa 4901, thank you. I have your oceanic clearance.
What am I doing wrong? Click on that, sorry. 110.3. And it's, hang on, 103 305. All that, press that again. Then down here it's 305.
Frankfurt, around the view.
103 305, perfect. And then we told to report final at Vega Island. Just looking at that, the weather's actually cleared up for us. Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Have a look at that. That's bliss. I can't deny. Perfect weather. Thank you very much. Hang on, where's the... Yeah, QNH 015, so I'll adjust that later. I'm on final.
Lufthansa 4901, just confirm from both your cleared direct emitter.
And I'll set that when I'm on an approach. Right, I'm in a good mood now. The weather's going to clear up that nicely for me. I mean, we still expect to have some clouds, especially coming into approach, but coming to Faroe Islands now. Continue at 9,000, report when we're at 3,000, report when we're on final.
Lufthansa 491 identified, flight level 370, welcome to Icelandic airspace, no reports.
Yeah, this tower's not been too bad either. I've had some really good towers in the past, some really bad ones too, but this guy's not been too bad. He's in the calm areas as well, so not too much traffic to manage. Do you see any other traffic? Oh, I can't.
Identified, flight level 370, no position report.
Let's go through some of the angles Karen built on this aeroplane, just for the sake of it. In reality, the reason why that, because I've got the widescreen option set up on FSX, so in reality it's like +2 for everything, but otherwise not too bad. Yeah, and do like the Drawyah DO228, quite a fun little aircraft. As for our passengers, anything for them to look at? Or is it? It's just going to be water, isn't it? Water and now clear blue skies. I could turn off seatbelt sign, but I think yeah, screw it. Go on then. Passengers, take off your seatbelts if you want.
You may now take off your seatbelt.
It's over here. Although, don't expect it to be off for too long. Expect some sort of turbulence to come back again. And again, no traffic reported around the Faroe Islands. Means we're basically free still every once as long as we're approaching the runway. But nah, this is the kind of weather I was hoping for. Starting up, there you go, like the minor clouds below us. Just bliss, beautiful, empty bliss. Arrival time in 16 minutes. Arrival time in 18 minutes. So yeah, we're going to be a little late. Fuel-wise, perfect. Let me just increase this to max, see if we can catch up with time. We're out of the storms, now in the clear space. It's basically this kind of part of the flight you now want to use to catch up. I will need to send to 3,000 feet as well before I reach the Faroe Islands, but I can basically wait for that until the islands are visible on the horizon. We're at 9,000, yeah, 6,000 descent rates. This thing doesn't take too long to descend. And to all those who told me that Delta Alpha is not a correct call sign, Tower doesn't seem to disagree with me, along with any other pilots I've flown with over that seen using this call sign, so you're on your own, guys. And the clock is yeah, it's quarter to 1 in game. In the real world, it's about 14 to 1, so about a minute off at most. Which is it's close enough. You're not going to complain about that too much, aren't you? 1 minute. Although by the time you guys get this episode, it will be about 7:30 plus 54 minutes. About 24 past 8 by this time when the episode releases. 24 past 8. Yeah, looking at that's map, the aircraft has also stabilised altitude at 9,000. Now that the storm's come to an end. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm quite happy now. I hope our passengers are as well, after flying through what could have been one of the worst storms we've flown through in this series. We've now ended up in probably some of the best weather we've had in a long time. We're not even having the minor turbulence you normally get, like cloud turbulence and wind. It genuinely is just nothing at this point. Hang on, what is the wind speeds at this altitude? Weather request. Current active weather. 14 knots, no wind, no turbulence, clouds broken at 1,300, no precipitation, altitude to 1016, 1015 again when we come to land. Looking good for me at the moment. Hopefully we're coming to land. Predicted, hang on, back into cockpit, predicted time 12 minutes, active sky puts it at 14 minutes, so it'll be a tiny bit late, but nothing too major. And again, I think the main reason time's now a bit behind is because when we were at gates, I chose to use the parking brakes when turning on the engines to essentially calm it down. As you guys know, the propellers in this airplane, especially parking brakes, are sec, and just for some reason be too powerful. So I appreciate adding a few extra minutes next time. Although I was on the ground for a lot longer than usual as well, about 10-15 minutes, again because I was checking out the checklist to make sure that the aircraft was set up properly, ensuring that we get there in one piece. Got speed warning. So yeah, the one I don't want to see is fuel warning, right? But that's not going to happen. Just getting the fuel right now. Barely use any fuel at all. My calculation is that maybe this has like inaccurate fuel usage, but I'm looking at the fuel tanks. This has not gone down at all since the start of the flight. There you go, 300 pounds. So that was at 2002, wasn't it, for departure? So if you, yeah, about 351 pounds of fuel during this flight. Not used much at all. As long as it's not too heavy for for landing, which it shouldn't be. And this aircraft's top heavy, a bit more weight actually. No, if you're always in the wings, if you have too much fuel, then it'll be even more top heavy. Landing in a bit of a crosswind, more of a headwind this one. There will be a slight crosswind aspect to it. That's the one thing I do need to keep a little bit of an eye out for, but that being said, basically the same as what we're going to have last week in terms of like wind direction relative to runway. She's 3-0, landing at 3-0 again, so same direction of runway, basically same direction of wind. So kind of similar aspects, just try not to roll it over again like I almost did last week. Cool, does that actually work? Can I call the flight attendants? No, I can't. The only thing that really works on here is trim, which I could adjust if I need to. No microphone. Well, autopilot disconnect works as well, but I'm not going to touch that. Just because why not? Yeah, don't want to do too much Worst thing could happen, I like use the mouse on the door and open the door mid-flight. Not going to end well for me, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put my mouse anywhere near it. I don't actually know if it does it on this plane though. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I know the advanced cockpit version of the 737 had a way if you use the mouse on the window that would open the entire door, which is a bit awkward. So yeah, I'll leave that out. But yes, the Drawyah Drawyah DO228-100. I do like this aircraft. I don't have any complaints. Well, I had a few complaints, such as this camera thing where if you zoom in too far, it'll just okay, it doesn't do it anymore. Must be something on the ground then. Basically, if you zoom the camera in far enough, it'll just cause like the map. The camera just like fades through the ground, and you see the thing. Anyways, there goes Squawking 2452. No TCAS installed. It's fine. Airport is now how far away from me? About 20 nautical miles, a bit less than that. For some reason, it's not going to appear on this, isn't it? Nope, it's fine then. There you go, wind speed 60 knots, headwind. Right, nav 1 turn it on once we're here. Does that turn the Morse code? I'm not too sure. Like I said, one thing I've always failed to do is land this aeroplane with the proper glide slope guiding ILS. If I made this the first time, then you never know. Quite interesting. DM me a Briton was worth I need to. Yeah, I'll keep it nav 1 for now. Doesn't do it. Like I said, I'm always happy to land this airplane manually. It's not going to cause much hassle for me. Looking at the flight plan from the INCO, we do fly through the southern part of the island. Not full south, it's more of the eastern part of the island, and we just cut across to the north very slightly. There we go. Is that the islands coming up now? Yes, it is. Right, Faroe Islands is now visible in the distance. So we'll now soon start planning our descents to 3,000. If you want to see that sign, yeah, seatbelts on 5 minutes arrival. Is at, hang on for a bit more over the aeroplane. Airport is about 60 nautical miles from the... Yeah, about 60 nautical miles from me. 8 minutes arrival, 5 minutes arrival. So basically the length of the normal flight I've been doing over the last 2 months with this thing. There, finally got a long distance flight going on. Whilst the islands, Faroe Islands now start spawning up in terms of ground scenery and auto-gen, so it's just going to be a standard FSX ground scenery, although, like I said, it's not the worst in this part of the world. The Faroe Islands scenery isn't too bad. The ground class here, plus 3 X, is giving me quite a nice little bit of scenery. This is speed 1, that's fine. Active sky. Top of descent is in 3 minutes, although once I get to the Alpha Bravo waypoint, that's probably when I'll start my descent. Just quickly set it up on here now quickly, make sure I've got everything ready to go. So down to 3,000. however many feet per minute, we'll check in a moment, because if we're turning at maybe 1,000 feet per minute, if it takes us 7 minutes to get there, yeah, probably start turning now then. If we go to just over 1,000 feet per minute, so altitude select. There you go, that's the Morse code. Start lowering the throttle. And the worst thing I could do now is overspeed, overstress the aircraft and cause it to crash. Wasting an hour and 5 minutes of video. Well, not really. It'd be more than wasting an hour and 5 minutes. It'd be wasting the entire series, wouldn't it? Crashing this aircraft, pilot dies, aircraft a wreck. End of series because I'm dead. End of channel because I'm dead. So that'd be the worst thing I could do.
Will be closing shortly. You can continue on Unicom 122.8 and enjoy the landing.
Cleared to Unicom on 122.8, otherwise cleared to landing. Thank you very much.
Stand for 901 to Unicom 122.8 and enjoy the landing in Germany.
Right, so 122.8, we should have cleared to Unicom, because he's a centre, not an airport. I do appreciate that. Some towers, I do know some centres do like to give you landings, runways, and airports, that kind of stuff. It's not technically what they're meant to do, but hang on, what's that? Feet per minute. There we go. Fine, so down to 3,000, seatbelt sign on.
Please fasten your seatbelt.
And prepare for landing anytime now. Pass through 6,500. And soon at the end of the glide slope. So now past the first waypoint, our first major waypoint in the flight. There you go, so now past Alpha Bravo 27 heading to Charlie Lima 31, which will then essentially take us straight onto the end of the glide slope, coming to land, so actually I probably want a bit more of a descent rate. 2,000 feet per minute will that'll do. Keep on the airspeed, load the throttle even more. Turn on approach. Keep it on nav just for now. But yeah, turn on approach in a moment. Back course, not just yet. Oh yeah, just about to level for 3,000 now. In terms of fuel, I think we've got enough fuel for a return journey. Most likely over planned it. We'll see what the fuel levels are like once we come into the land. Probably one thing actually worth looking at for the sake of it. But otherwise, yeah, Faroe Islands, a lot of cliff edges by the looks of things. The mesh here isn't the worst. I've seen worse. I mean, as long as you kind of make out what's the forest, what's the what's the forest, what's the field, what's there, what's not. That's just the main important thing. A bit of minor turbulence, that's fine. I was flying into the set of, what's it, Avatar at this point. Cool, nice to fly right against that cliff, wouldn't it, at low altitude. It would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Try to cliff it at least, but yeah, it's not too bad. below 2000. Altitude on. Well, I picked up on that. Altitude to select. Might as well climb a bit. Increase the throttle as well. Otherwise, yeah, on our final turning point. Tell on approach. See if the aircraft responds to it. If not, go for a manual landing. Although, yeah, they have manual control, which means the aircraft is still on autopilot. Altitude is not changing, although we're still off the glide slope. Again, just see how the aircraft responds. Keep a real close eye on the throttle. That's one. The aircraft responding? Nope. Do I have up? Yeah, I've still got up and down. Left and right I don't have. Oh right, so it's only guiding the what's it? It's the hang on. Right, what happens now? Right, so I don't have up and down anymore. The aircraft's in full control. Kind of. I'm not too sure how this works, but again, visibility is kind of low, so don't want to throw it away just yet. It's controlling my left and right, so I think that's the main important thing. So in terms of my up and down, I've still got full control of that. Okay, so I'll control altitude, I guess. Flaps 2. Let me turn off altitude control, and I'll let the aircraft sort out my heading. A bit high, that's fine. Slide the throttle. Just turn off that beeping now, 'cause it's not actually affecting the flying anyway, so nav one off. So yeah, still don't know how this system works. It doesn't matter anyway. We're below the clouds now, so it's a visual approach I can easily make right now. Gear down.
Gear down.
Flaps full. Idle throttle. Well, not idle, but lower throttle. We have been given landing clearance from centre. With no traffic in the Faroe Islands, it's going to be an easy approach for me. Yeah, there's no traffic here either. Increase throttle a little bit. There we go, now starting to just pappies, autopilot off. I can easily do this first approach manually now. And come on, touch your plane down, bring to an end what has been quite a nice little flight actually. I've enjoyed this one. Can't really complain either. I mean, like I said, the weather, during the departure weather was alright. Mid-flight's fair enough, got a bit choppy. But coming into land now, yeah, I've been quite happy with this one. This might as well be my longest flight with FS Passengers series so far as well. I mean, I've done longer flights like Dreams and stuff, but in terms of this series, it's definitely longest distance. Potentially the longest... Yeah, longest distance by far. I do need to load the aircraft a lot now actually, because I'm not paying attention to the runway anymore. Would be nice to see how profit will work in this one. So yeah, gear down. Flaps are set. Get the aircraft ready to touch down now. Keep throttling till just before touchdown. Little throttle. Touchdown. Perfect. Actually can't see anything wrong with that. Just light out the brakes, little throttle, and yeah, bring the aircraft to gates. There is an aircraft here. I'm not sure if that's static or AI. Probably going to be static. Yes. But yeah, just touched down in what's the airport's name? The one that begins with V. Vanguard, wasn't it? Vega, that's it. Vanguard, Vega. Let's see with the runway. Taxi lights set. And be careful of invisible buildings. There's a static aircraft here. It's like this guy may have put a few in. I think I may just go for this bit here and leave the aircraft on the side. Cause again, aircraft there, buildings there, they're all default stuff, but you never know this flight sim. There could be an invisible wall right in front of you about to crash into, which would probably cause me to give up on this series completely and never do it again. Stop the aircraft, plane brakes set, engines off, and yeah, we're here. Taxi lights off, strobe lights off, nav lights can come off as well. And there we go, Drawyah Airlines has arrived. Open doors, let passengers deboard. And how about that? We've actually made this here in one piece. I enjoyed this flight. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I actually cannot say anything else. Probably one of my favourites I've done so far in the series. And the long distance of it as well. Maybe I should do this a bit more often. I mean, I don't know if you guys are enjoying it as much with the long distance with these aircrafts. Because I know YouTube, people generally like the shorter, quick fire kind of episodes, but me personally, I thoroughly enjoyed this one, and yeah, once we come to the end of it, it should be alright. So, there you go, deboard in 2 seconds, all gone. Let's go for end flight. How was that? So, kissed ground, 92 feet per minute. How much fuel do we use in the end? Total fuel is £530. That's, I've checked the percentage of the fuel tank in a moment. Start with 55. Exceptional flights relieved after the safe landing after the extreme weather. Income we made 52k. 52 grand, that's not bad. In reality, total real income was 700 quid. But no, 52 grand, I'm quite happy with that. So that's good income. Reputation should have gone up a bit. It's 0.65, fair enough. Perfect flights. Cancel this flight, it's not going to happen. There you go, £530. Jet A1263. Yeah, that's fine. So how much fuel do we actually use in the end, percent-wise? So it's only charging me for how much I use as opposed to how much I actually had on board. So if, in reality, I could have 100% and the aircraft would be fine. Otherwise, I think that's fine. Record this flight. If we go to aircraft, fuel and payload. So change fuel. I used... Okay, so I'm not using much at all, haven't I? Hang on, 55% fuel for both engines, so... Would that be 55% total, or 55% between both engines? Because I've either used 13% or 26%. Hang on, there's only one way to find out, really. Hang on, start flights. Okay, I'm now on 42%, so, yeah, in reality it's about 8, yeah, about 13%, so that's fine. So, yeah, I think what else can I do now other than end the episode and just relax for a little bit. I mean, you've got that static aircraft there, who is a... no, hang on, we do have tower view. Will it show it to me? Was it a bit too far away? Well, I know that's a 737-400. Can't tell the airline though. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed the episode, leave a like if you did. Do definitely subscribe. I put a lot of time for this flight, I have to say. 1 hour, 20 minutes now, this episode in length. Add the intro bit, add a outro card. It could be about an hour 21 long minute episode. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Do leave a like if you did. Do subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.